Hello and welcome. I'm Janet Cartwright and I'm here with day 4 of working with winterly tree tots. I'm so glad you're here to join me today. It is cold here and a little bit overcast, but a lot more blue sky, which is really nice. I'm in an area of Ontario where we didn't get that big, huge snowfall. I think it was just under 5 feet. I've seen pictures from relatives and friends that are up in the snow belt, and it's a lot of snow. Here we still have grass peeking through our snow, so the older I get, the happier I am to be where the grass is still peeking through a little bit. So today's card is a lot of fun, and it's using the weaving technique. So let me turn you down. We will get started on our card. And I'll turn down my Christmas carols a little bit. So today I'm working with our thick white cardstock, and then we are going to weave. And I have 3 different pieces of paper from Sentimental Christmas. Lots of colors to choose from, and you can do it. Ooh, that might make a good scrapbooking page now that I look closer. Lots of very nice patterns in there. So I chose Christmas tree. I think I need to do another one of those. I'm not sure what you want to call it. Wreaths that go on the front door. The reindeer. There's my other Christmas tree. And there's my other reindeer. And there are my bouquets. Now there are 2 different directions, because you see this one, the reindeer are head up, but in this one he's sideways, because this one is going to go here. And the same with the trees. See, there are 2 different directions. And with the bouquets, depending on the paper you've chosen, you may or may not need to be aware of which way they go on your paper. Now I found that the easiest way for me to do this was to put glue dots on one end and then attach it as far as I would like from the middle, or from my score line. Now these are 3/4 inch. You can make them any size you want, but I thought I would try the 3/4 inch. And for some reason, I always start vertical. So we will continue with our vertical. I think this is a vertical, or is it a horizontal? Okay, this one must be the vertical. So another couple of glue dots. And then how far do I want them apart? You know what? I'm going to move this one. And this is the other reason why I use glue dots. Until I get them placed where I want them to be, I like the option of being able to move them. Once you put that glue down and it dries within, I don't know, 3 to 5 seconds, you're stuck. You cannot move your pieces. And then I want the one that goes up and down, so a couple of glue dots. So I'm putting 2 glue dots on the end and then placing them and then just giving a little push. Now for the weaving, I started with the deer, so I'm gonna go ahead with the next deer, and I'm going to tear off the 6/6 paper. Okay, now I'm gonna slide this under here. And if I want it a bit closer, I'll lift up the glue dots. But you know what? I like what it is there. Then I'm going to lift up the 3rd piece and tuck it under there. Now I'm not too worried if it's crooked, or because I'm not fastening it down. I'm going to go to my next piece, which is with the bouquet. And again, 2 glue dots. Now this one I'm going to put on top. Now this one won't glue down, depending where you put your glue dots, but it's going to go on that piece of paper. This time I'm going to pick up the middle and tuck it under. And then our trees, and maybe I'm gonna trim off that tree. I want this nice big tree here, and it's gonna go underneath. So it's not a complicated pattern, and you could do your whole card in weaving if you chose, but okay. So there we go. There are my initial pieces. Now I'm going to fasten the bottom, and for this I did use the glue. And what I do is I just take a dab of glue, and then I place my strip where it's fairly straight. It's a handmade card, so it may not be perfect. Then I'm gonna do the next one. And I found it was easier to do a dab of glue than try and glue the whole section. And then this one. And then before the glue dries, take a look, see if I'm comfortable with that. Move this one over a little bit. Okay, they seem pretty equidistant, so I'm just going to hold them here for a second. Okay, so that should be held. And we're going to trim these ones off before we do our other side. And large handled scissors or large bladed scissors are good for that, because you saw that I did it in one fell swoop. So those ones are down. Again, we're going to glue by putting just a dot. Let me turn this a little bit. Okay, so you kind of eyeball where you want that, and then try and keep your space at the top even. I can't work sideways. Okay, so that looks pretty even. So another glue dot, making sure it's over, under, over, and then a glue dot. I know I'm left-handed, but hopefully you can see me putting on the glue. And then get that fairly straight. So this one, do I have a couple of seconds? Not really. Okay, so then we'll move this one a little bit. Okay, hold those two down, make sure they're down, and then we'll do our third one. And get that one close to where I'd like it to be. And then hold, oh, see, I moved it. That's why I found glue dots at the one end. It was very helpful, because then the paper wasn't shifting every time I put down a strip. There we go. And then just to double check, yep, not moving. That's how fast it is for that glue to dry, and then it is stuck. Then we trim off our excess. And now depending, see, that's a cute scene. I can use that again. I can use that again. That one, well, with a tree, maybe. And there is our front piece. Well, most of it. And if it picks up a little bit like that, peeks up a little bit like that, absolutely take a little bit of glue. Do you guys see what I see? I didn't go under. Okay, can I pull this up? Okay, how about I huff and puff? Okay, so I blew on that one, so my hot breath. You can also use a heat gun. So now I'm going to want to, as you can see, it did tear the cardstock, but since I'm going to cover it up again anyways, I'm not too worried. And then, okay, hold. So it's good to check that before you glue. Okay, now on this one, I took the saying from the Winterly Treetops, sending thanks and much love. And with Christmas paper, it's, we all receive gifts from someone, and it's always nice to say thank you. To me, it's kind of like imperative. We can't mail in Canada as yet, but if this person has hand delivered you a gift, you can hand deliver a card back saying thank you. So we're going to just pop that right there. And that was done in Shaded Spruce, because Shaded Spruce is in here in the colors, and it just ties it all together. And then what I did is I took this beautiful, gorgeous shaded spruce ribbon. Isn't that gorgeous? I don't think it has an, nope, shaded spruce. But isn't that gorgeous? Oh, just love it. And then I tied a bow and I used the bunny rabbit method. And then pulled. And then you just play with the edges until they're the length you want it to be. My hands are so dry, it's catching on the ribbon. Just a little bit. Okay, and it's gonna go right here in the corner, so I think that's big enough. Grab my ribbon scissors, and I'll trim that one when I put it down, and I'm gonna use a glue dot right in the center of that bow, and then put it there for a pop of color. And then let's trim that a bit. I wonder, can we switch that to the back? I don't think so. Let's pick up this glue dot and let's just see, can I switch this so they both come down? Ooh. And then put that back in the same spot. There we go. Lovely. Then for decorations, the embellishments, let me just put this back so it doesn't unravel on me. On the inside of the card, oh, let's do embellishments. I already switched to the inside of the card. How fast was that? All right, these are the 20, 24, 26 in color resin dots. So we have Pretty in Pink, I don't remember, Shy Shamrock, Petunia Pop, and Shaded Spruce. Oh, no, I'm looking in my colors here. It is not coming to me. It will. Or if you guys know, pop it in the comments. I would love that. So I'm going to put a big one there and a little one there. And then I'm going to, oh, I guess put another glue dot on my bow because it came off. And put it right back there. Then I'm going to take a big dot and bring some attention to that. Isn't that pretty? I love the touch with the bow. Then on the inside, I'm not going to put a sentiment because we already have. And so what I'm going to do is I have a bird here and I'm going to stamp it in Shaded Spruce like we did on the front. And where should I do it? Maybe, how about let's do it towards the top. And then I'm going to color it. I know it's the inside of the card, but here we go. I'm going to do it in light shaded spruce. My tip is somebody used my marker in it. I guess they pushed a little too hard on the cap, and so the tip for me is not as pointed as I'd like, but it still colors awesomely. So this is Shaded Spruce Light. And then all the way down his body. I even did his back feathers. And hopefully your marker can be a little, so you don't go out the lines, but you know what? I can use this. This is the color lifter that goes with the blends. So even though I wasn't planning on this one, let's put it on here and that'll help bring that up. But I did put it on his belly. So yeah, I know you can't see it, but just wait a couple of seconds and you'll watch it lighten. And you can make it as light as you want. So I've got a good patch there. Then what I did is I took my lemon lolly light and I just kind of skimmed across. So it's a very kind of, I don't know, you want to call it a lemony green, but it's cool. Let me just do a little bit up here. Give that a couple seconds to dry. and then we'll go over it. See, it kind of gives it that mottled look. Just love it. You have to wait for the color lifter to dry, otherwise it'll color lift the yellow as well. Then we have, where are you? Peach Pie, one of our in colors. Because a bird needs a beak. And then I colored down here his legs. And I chose Poppy Parade Light for these berries. And now remember, when you're using blends, whatever you're coloring, don't do it on top of your card base. And I'll show you why. Copper Clay, again, light. I'm gonna do this part here, which is why I didn't color the bird's claws in. See, I didn't wait long enough for the color lifter to dry, so it gives it this, I don't know, furry kind of look, and I just love it. So let's see if I can get in here and just color this branch. It's a tiny little spot, so I'm just gonna dab. There's our bird. And I left this part blank without a saying because we have our saying on the front. And what I did for the eye is I took this, which is from the Metallic Enamel Effects. You've got gold, copper, and silver. And I thought it'd be really cool to give this bird a silver eye. Isn't that cute? Now, the only thing with using copper enamels, they'll take 20 minutes to half an hour to dry. So I'm not going to fix it into my card. But there's today's card with this on the inside. Isn't that pretty? Just love this color combination. Let me turn you down. And hello again. What do you think of this card? That weaving technique really pops, doesn't it? And then let me hold up the inside. Isn't that fun? So fun. And then tomorrow is our Fun Fold Friday. I hope you come and join me for Fun Fold Friday. We'll see you then. Bye for now.